Hello and welcome to part 2 of our Doomweaver Doomy McDoomface Void War run. We have a decent ship build now. We picked up a lot of weapons right near the end of the last part, so what I'd like to do is start powering those quickly. I have in fact a lot of offensive systems I just can't utilise either because of power limitations or no munitions. So my Siege Bombard and Hull Reaper won't be helping me. As for the team, we can change some names around. Welcome aboard Batista, and I think Kiend, the Marshal. I name the more important fellows so they can help me bash through things. There's Otto. So same principle, they're going to be boarding things and destroying, but I want more raw gun on my side so I have more options. Okay, so for this we've got... This is an Imperial Shrine world and there will be a major threat. Ah, that means I think it's the one I haven't beaten before. Very curious when we get over there. We can see the only mini-boss I haven't slain, so we'll maybe give that a try. Depends on how strong our ship is by that point. Those mechanic or ordnance expert. A missile bay would be very nice. It's a very useful system to have. And we get templates and ship armaments if we need them, or pure systems. We've picked up quite a few good systems anyway. And the extra modules are rarely worth picking up unless they're really good, so... I think the Ordnance Expert is the safer way to play it. That being said, I have very few munitions regardless. Let's just play a few more jumps and see how I feel when I get to there. There is a destroyed transport vessel here. You're able to scavenge some munitions from the wreck. Well, there you go. I complained and the game heard me. So now we know. Can I please have another 7 munitions in the next jump and some scrap? And a free crewman and a free gun? No, that didn't work. Nice try. Your vessel emerges from subspace near a colossal star. You receive a transmission. In the name of the immortal king, I sentence you to death. They have 2 shields, a 2 shotgun and 1 shotgun, so the Retributors can pop through and hit me. So I should consider attacking them. Let's try and use the new drain strength ability here. The strongest thing they have is the Marshal. After that, it's pretty pathetic, so let's get rid of you. Dead. Now what I can do is teleport you over. I can probably swap over to crystals in a bit. Let's set fire to a room for extra DPS. I should probably go hit their weapon system. And then in a moment, I'll have you jump in the certain moment the fire hits. Is this instant? It's instant, but it has a projectile speed. So let's fire this now. Drain strength is on its way. That will reduce their DPS when I arrive. It's on fire, and I'll jump in. So they're drained, they have 0 damage, and I have 7, so I'm going to be slaying them quickly. The next ones will do a bit of damage to me, but that's fine. I'm going to activate the graviton so they can't escape now and everyone else gets slowed. Dead. Dead. Now they're going to start crawling over to me. Kind of hope they get here in pieces so they don't do too much damage. We're going to be set on fire back home. That's easily dealt with though. Another one down. Their ship is not at risk of exploding, so that's okay. That's another one gone. 1 left. Where are you going? Done. Ooh, a kinetic lance. Or the engineer. Lances are curious where they ignore shields but have a limited number of shots per battle. But they start fully charged. This one only has 2 shots per battle. Creates hull breaches. Minor crew damage. Slows crew in target room. And creates breach. Okay, so very little actual damage to the enemy ship. Or in fact none as it transpires. The whole damage, it is a single point of damage, but then really it's for stunning and hull breaches, which is nice, but it's not really a lance build, so I'll take the very useful crewman, the engineer, and the scrap. So their engineers are great, they have fast repair speed and poison and suffocation resistance, so they just hang around on board fixing things. What am I missing? I'm missing sensors. It would be somewhat of a waste for the engineer to be all the way over there, so maybe I'll put the husk there, way out the side, and then you can take up station on the doors. Yes, as I know, fire, very intimidating. I'm going to intentionally jump to spots that have 2 branches out, so that gives me more options later. As there, I just get stuck with the 1. Streaks of energy fly past your ship. An Imperial vessel bears down on you, weapons locked. Sensors indicate the presence of a nearby asteroid field. Attempt to lose them in the asteroid field or stand and fight. I'm happy to stand and fight, that means we get the scrap. Hello. Prepare to engage the incoming Imperial vessel. They have 3 enforcers and an acolyte. That is a bit of a headache. I'm not going to be able to destroy that the old-fashioned way, so I'm just going to have to no boarding this time. Let's just... Well, I guess I could drain strength. What's it, -3? I could pick off 1 enforcer with the mind bullets, drain the strength of both of these, so they have naught, and then it's just they're dead, so it's only the acolyte who fights back. Drain strength may make this far more viable. See if I can... I need them both in that room, though, so if I lure them back in with the fireball. Depends who goes to fix it. Ah, that's a shame. Not quite right. Anyway, I'll try teleporting in anyway. Probably do some decent work, and I'll throw a drain strength as well. I could teleport her in as well, and then fear the only enforcer left once he comes to fight. We're fine now. Oh, they have a husk rack as well, so it's going to be very difficult to crew kill this one. Do I pick him off just so he can't come help, or maybe that one? Yeah, I think so. Just get rid of you, and these should be easily dealt with. He might try to escape. Let's slow them down. Might as well throw these as well. Yeah, the weapons are already destroyed, so don't worry about that. Shields are down as well. I don't think I need to risk taking any more HP damage as they've effectively lost already, so let's just recall. Somebody will eventually put out that fire, right? Wait for the retribution to charge there. This is why I want the extra guns online. Our raw damage output's poor. Very poor. I could set a fire in there. Husks are very poor HP, so the fire would do excellent work into those. Yeah, they have to run. You can't stand in that room anymore. Teleport back over now, but why bother? They've already lost. Ah, so hoping to stun them so they don't fix the shields. That one enforcer thinks he has a chance. It's valiant. Oh, they managed to fix their weapons. Grab munitions and one of those prisms. After dealing with the ship, you take a moment to sweep your sensors across the nearby asteroid field. The readings suggest the presence of some sort of artificial structure. Investigate. As soon as you make visual contact, another Imperial vessel appears on your flank and opens fire. I'm fine with that. Gives us an extra fight. I can't quite do any more teleport. Well, I guess he could still pop over. Having the translocator equipped here is excellent. They have... I mean, nothing really that into... He's the only problem. But they have a serious amount of armaments. Now, if we actually look, the Storm Cannon has 2 shots, and the Radiant Blaster has 1, so that will be hitting my shields, and then the Heat Beam doesn't do any hull damage, it just creates fires, which are annoying, but not the end of the world. The Saber Missile, however, does 2 damage per shot and is an annoying missile system, so I think that is my priority. Let's throw the Marshal in there as they're already on fire. I'm going to throw a Drain Strength into that room as well, just to pick off some of the enemies that are in there. May as well even throw another fireball in there, so there's 2 on there. Drained, so they're not a threat anymore. Well, one of them got there, unfortunately. I could have Graviton Field emitted them there. So they're very on fire. I'm also on fire as they're returning the flames. You can put out that, that's no problem. Let's slow them down so they can't escape. Good, their missile system is now down already. I'm going to slay this sorcerer as well while I'm here. Got him. Let's jump back. Taking far too much damage now. Now we'll try and mag pulse into that room. Sadly, these haven't... They're close enough in charge time that there's a high likelihood of them getting a point of damage through. Yeah, I couldn't dodge. Let's hit their shields next. Should really... No, let's just hit this. Shields are down, good. Or nearly. No idea what's going on in the enemy ship. Yeah, it's a double fight, so I lose some of my cooldowns, but hey-oh. As long as the longer this battle goes on, the more they'll split their timing apart. So it's 12 seconds and 11 seconds. So the first volley is 1 second apart. So they'll shoot that immediately in that one. The second volley is what? That'll go to 22 seconds for the second shot, and that's 24. So it's now 2 seconds apart. So on and so forth. It gets further and further. So they ruin their own combo. They need them to work together, and they're not going to use them correctly. Yeah, now they're firing that one, but by the time it gets here, oh, we might get away with it. Oh, it just clipped through. But the next one will definitely bounce off. Wait for the Retributor to charge. Now. Shields are properly down. And now they've completely broken their own sequencing, so they'll never get another shot through. But that missile will, so I need to hit that again. See if I can hit it before the battle ends. Oh, they're going to survive because of that 1-2 of shielding. Yeah, there you go. Does 2 damage per shot. It's very annoying. I could Hull Reaper them. That would end the fight and give me my... Got a point to spare. They're about to get shields back up. Let's knock those down one more time. And then I'll Hull Reaper them to win. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Now. Only 2 rooms. We'll hit as many as possible for hull gain reasons like this. Gives me hull back as well, which is good. 1, 2, 3. More scrap, more prisms. No hostile signatures remain. The structure you detected turns out to be a covert Imperial shipyard, which is now undefended and under your control. An abandoned shipyard floats into view. It appears to be a safe place to rest hull points, heal injuries, machine slave, or munitions. The husk would be useful just to man systems, and they carry equipment, which is good. I'm slightly tempted by the munitions. The siege bombard will cost me 3 every time just to activate it, and it's a shot for every Hull Reaper. I think really you just save these for the major threat and then the boss at the end. You don't need them desperately for other things, so I'm pretty sure the better play is just to go with the husk. Crewmen are very powerful if you use them in the right way. So again, I'm going to have this husk man the doors now, as that leaves my engineer free to run around and repair crucial systems that need repairing. Prisms, I have 2 of these now, so I'm going to swap out the translocator for those. It gives him 2 jumps, and he does damage on impact, which is excellent. In long fights like that, maybe you would prefer the translocator, but this is alright. Several Imperial transport vessels pass by the edge of your sensor range. You ignore them and press on. Should we upgrade? No, let's get to the shop, see if there's anything good, and then think about upgrading the ship. You enter a techno-cult armada at the jump node. These caravans are assembled by machine priests returning from their treasure hunting expeditions. It would be impossible to take on the entire fleet at once, but there may be a chance you remain undetected and pick off one of the prize vessels as the fleet attempts to jump out. Right, so we attack the one with armaments, equipment, captives, leave, or gold, lure in a random vessel. Usually I just go with probably equipment as I need weapons, but gold options are always good, so that one. Among your crew is a techno-cult machine priest. They spoof an ident code of another vessel within the caravan, requesting assistance. One of the prize vessels approaches to dock with your ship in response. You quickly assault the prize vessel, overwhelming the surprised machine cultists within. The remaining vessels of the caravan flee, but you are left with a mostly intact hull. So it's a huge amount of scrap. It's far more than you'd usually get. You don't get the tools or any of the other spawns, but that's pretty amazing. There, so we can have our pick. As you enter the system, you detect a small habitat on the surface of the second planet from the system star. You approach, and are contacted by a minister of the Radiant Dogma. He introduces himself as Deacon Yaris. The habitat belongs to a subset of the Dogma, the Mendicant Order of the Smouldering Ember. The order focuses on archaeological work, uncovering ancient relics from the Imperium's past. Deacon Yaris explains they recently unearthed a sacred relic hailing from the first centuries of Hyperion's rule. Soon after, the relic was stolen by raider pilots prowling in a nearby system. He wants to hire you to retrieve the relic and transport it to a nearby Imperial outpost for cataloguing and internment into an appropriate reliquary. Excitedly, Yaris mentions that while the artifact is just a mundane-looking needle, It is a historical relic and an incredibly potent talisman. You'll be well rewarded at the outpost upon delivering the relic. We will accept. You accept the mission, and Yukiniaris provides coordinates to a nearby system. May his radiant light guide you. Coordinates have been added to your map. Now, where does that spawn is very interesting, as I don't want it interfering with... Good, I can still do anything I want. It's in a good spot for us. Okay, do we want the systems or do we want the armaments? I think given that I have a full gun line and the Hull Reaper and the Siege Bombard, maybe we can do without the missile this time. There are some very powerful systems we can grab, so I think it's still worth it to go to the mechanic. At times I contemplate whether becoming a servo husk would be a merciful fate. There'd be no need for concern then. Trade. There we go, that's what I wanted to see. The shield charger is here, we'll buy that immediately. Put it, I don't know, in this blob of really useful stuff so we can repair everything quickly. It's a very dense ship, so this shield charger is, I would probably argue, the best system in the game. Make sure you can have 3 tiers of shield, you don't need to buy a 4th, and you'd have incredible defense. Just ignore a lot of the potential final boss barrages. These 2 are good, but I have too many systems on board as is, so we're going to stop there. After that, I can now think about upgrading my weapon system, which I'd love to do. If I upgrade just one more time, I can get the bolt cannon online. Some points into engines would be rather good too. I think by the time you want to get to tier 4 engines, as then all of the gold events are pretty much where you'd want to be there, and it's pretty much the limit of what you'd want in terms of dodge chance, but that's less important for now. I think I just want more gun. So I can turn this on, and if I wanted to, I could turn off the bolt cannon and the mag pulse to activate the energy beam. There is a destroyed cultist vessel here. You're able to scavenge some protective gear from the wreck. Fetid rags. You're immune to poison and have +2 poison DPS. Who wants that? You've got the pressure suit for ignoring those. You could use immunity to poison. You're already immune to poison. You're partially resistant. Well, curiously, if I gave it to the engineer, he goes from 50% to complete immunity. That's probably better than giving someone who has no immunity up to 50%. That means I can use him to deal with poison problems and just disregard them, as well as the Deathbringer. Corrosive gases or arrest? Well, we definitely want to go here for scrap. Intruders, greater corpulence on board. Where are they? There's one there, currently mulling my poor engineer, so let's turn you off. I'm just going to use the drain strength so you can't hurt me. One of them is about to be exploded. That'll be you as you're currently fighting my fellow. And I'll move my 2 combatants just to go squash this one immediately. You as well. Should take all of about 2 seconds. They do create poison in the room, so leave now. Oh, I missed one. No, I didn't miss it. It's just drain strength for a bit. Hurry up. There we go. We have a micro shield. It's a nice tool. Maybe I can jump before. Do that so I'm not poisoned. Loadout. Yeah, you just use it to block shots from enemy ships. Where are... The husk is there and he's there. If I place it on the husk could protect the weapon system. The engineer moves around a bit. This is nice as it protects the shielding. Both the shield and the energy charger. So this husk. Juve thingy-me-jigger. You arrive at your destination in front of a damaged Imperial warship. It immediately target locks your ship and opens fire. What have they got? An enforcer, and a bunch of fairly low tier recruits. So let's get rid of the enforcer. Gone. Their vessel itself can harm me as the twin disruptor will eventually get through my shield, so we do have to be worried about them. Otherwise it is just fairly pants recruits though, so what I can do is teleport onto the first batch, set fire to... Let's just turn their weapons off. Careful of their HP though, they're very low. I'll throw drain strength in there as well. No, I should save that. The first bunch are going to die almost immediately as they'll take 15 damage, so I should save it for the next row of guys who try to run in. The fire has arrived, so I'll teleport now. Greetings. I think if I throw drain strength now, by the time it arrives, they'll be done. Let's turn on the graviton emitter so he can't run away. There he gets caught and killed, as does that one. And sadly, I broke the combo. That fired too quickly. I needed to wait for them to limp their way in. Oh, careful. They are losing HP as well. Okay, I think I've got them now. Any more damage to the Marshal is unnecessary. So I'll just jump back and let my guns take care of it. Use the mag pulse to knock the shields down. And then fire both the Retributor and the bolt cannon at their actual shielding. They're kind of out of luck. Bolt cannon does have a very fast charge time. It's appreciated. Low power, but hey, just a little extra gun. Scrap munitions and extra prism. That back to you. Sometimes I think maybe I should have taken the machine pistols, then the sledge. Sledge is nice, but I tend to do damage to enemy systems by slaying their crew on the spot rather than actually hitting it the old-fashioned way. You enter the system with screaming klaxons and panicking crew. Your ship has been attacked. Your ship manages to evade a barrage of enemy projectiles. A raider ship is pursuing you, no doubt the same pirates who stole the relic from the Imperial archaeologists. Enemy sends boarders to your ship. We have 2 Corsairs, a Scavenger, and an Infiltrator. That's fairly potent when enemies go. They are stuck in that room, so I can drain their strength and knock them both down to being basically useless. I'm not going to waste time trying to board them. I need to deal with these first, and I can go deal with those later. Well, I guess I could aggressively attack with the prism to do a bunch of damage and slay those in that room. Thing is, there's too many aberrants, and they're a bit too strong, and I've used drain strength already. Their actual systems, these aren't much of a problem. The missile system's going to be annoying as it will damage my hull. I think I can just tank that. Let's use the shield charger a bit later. No, I'd like to use the shield charger to deflect some oncoming damage. Then you're going to run over. Let's slay these quickly as a team. Do I use your assassinate now on who? Corsair. Corsair. Let's get rid of one of the Corsairs. Dead. They'll be drain strength, so they're easy pickings. And then I can use... Once these are gone, I'll quickly jump on you and get rid of you as well. Drained. Okay. So this one, he passes through doors, of course. But he still got drained before he escaped, so it should be easy to solve. So that's done already. Let's do this, and then you move to there. He wants to get... Fine, I'll let him fight on the command throne if he wants. They do that very annoying shield, though, so I can probably turn that off just by jumping on him once my guns are ready to go. I'm about to be set on fire as well. You're immune to fire. You can put that out easily. And that's an easy win for you. We have more boarders. Aberrants are here. Fireball and poison. This is going to be a headache. I'll purify so I don't take any unnecessary damage. How on earth do I deal with those? I think I just have to throw my 4 best warriors at them and just deal them with that way. That's most of their crew dealt with. That's this one dead. Now you 2 run over there. I'm going to have to allow the missile to hit me. I don't have any choice. I know there's fires, but that should get put out easily. You're sadly on fire and I'm not able to put it out because he's in the way. Quickly extinguish that, please. Right. This is unpowered, but it's not meant to be. Let's power the shield chargers. I'm going to need that in a moment. Should I just use it now? I may as well just use it now. Make sure I don't take any unnecessary damage. And then once these are dealt with, I'm going to teleport over a recall to stop his ability. Then I can fire a volley into their missile system, destroying the only thing that can actually harm me. Yeah, this pest is going to land. Okay, I've been dragged onto the enemy ship by the teleporting missile, sadly. While you would defeat a commander, I don't really think it's worth it, so I'll just recall immediately. I don't like how much. Let's actually teleport onto them. Has this still not been... Oh, come on. Put that fire out. You're there on your own. Just leave the room. You can't win that. They're just going to stand there, apparently. Good. Now you can move over. Teleport there to do a whole bunch of damage. And then you and you 3 will all move in to hit them at the same time. There you go. Minus 15. It should be a 3v2, so we should get through those. My guns are ready. Sadly, I can't stop this pest and his shield, so I'm just going to have to shoot it the old-fashioned way the first time. Hope the angle is beneficial for me. It is. I got quite lucky. It went through. I have no pilot, so I'm definitely going to get hit. Let's return to stations. Engineer, please fix the damaged system for me. Oh, that's going to hit me. Of course it is. The shields are more important. Run over there. I have no purifier, so you're taking poison damage for no reason. Guns back online. Wait for the Retributor. Can't believe this isn't up yet. We're now on fire. I mean, the Marshal could deal with that, but that's not an issue. What I need, though, is this extinguished. They won't board with any more, surely. That's most of them. Let's go for their shields this time, as it's far away from his stupid bubble. They're still getting through, annoyingly. Good. Through their shields, so I can hit them even more effectively. So they're doing good damage as well. Maybe I should consider hull reaping them. In fact, I definitely should. What do we hit? I can't tell where we were coming from. Probably this way. It would be really nice to knock out their hostile systems, though. The game is well designed. It's not going to let me hit both the missiles and those. So let's just do it this way, then. Yeah. Room piloting for dodge, the shields. Oh, this actually just destroys them if it lands correctly. Yeah. Do you actually need some oxygen, though? Right, the enemy ship lies broken and shattered, and you begin sifting through its remains for the relic. Among material and weaponry once belonged to the raiders, you locate a blast-proof safe. With the help of your crew, its lock submits, and within you find the relic, a small needle constructed from intricate brass rings. How can such a small thing hold so much value? The Imperial outpost awaits. Scrap munitions and a machine rifle, which is a good gun. Just fix things before we jump. You're dying. Stop being poisoned. Everyone where they're supposed to be? I think so. Who wants the spread damage to other targets weapon? Maybe it would be worth considering swapping this now. So it's +1 flat, which is the same, but it also does +2 in large rooms. And damages nearby enemies, so it spreads damage around. This is then basically pointless. You can just use it on someone on board for a bit of extra damage output. Why not? We're very unhealthy. Where's the next quest pop up? There. That. I really wanted to go to the shaman, not the weapons dealer. Crew contracts and psychomancies would have been more valuable to me than more guns, as I have good guns. Or there could be really good ones I could swap my ones out for, in theory. But it's worth it to go to the quest, given how valuable they are. For my systems, if I was greedy, I would hold on for enough power to use the energy beam as well. That might be a bit much. A cometary ice mining operation is emitting a distress signal. A review of the mining camp's databank reveals that one of the miners suffered a mental breakdown and slaughtered the rest of the camp. You return to your ship to find him waiting for you. Well, okay, well there's only one of you. That happens. Is that it? Great encounter. Find yourself shrouded in a spectral haze. Environmental warning lights flash as corrosive gases begin seeping through your hull. Moments later, an Imperial cruiser tears through the murk and opens fire on your ship. A single Centurion and a Sorcerer. This is easy. Get rid of this one. Already dead. He's going to rush over to save that. And realistically, I should shut their weapons down as that's a bit of a headache. So let's set it on fire for extra damage output. Ah, shame I have to waste this. I would have used the translocator would have been preferable. Can I just not waste it then and just destroy them anyway? What's their charge time? Like 16 and 1. Or 9. And a siege bombard. Depends on timing. Well, if he can't put it out, he gets set on fire anyway. I'm willing to try and see if I can save my jump for later. Fortunately, this and I fight. I'll tell you what I can do. There's an easy solution. Just use the shield charge to deflect the first volley and then we're safe. Assuming it doesn't expire because of the deoxygenation. Once this goes, I need to use the shield charge to make sure I'm safe. It should be good now. Weapons, give or take. I'll activate this now. No weapons are down. Husks are going to keep them in the game, annoyingly. Wait for the Retributor again. Shields are next. That's good enough. Bear in mind the poison where it pops up. Purify our way through it. Have a fire in an annoying room. Get rid of that. Would it be more efficient just to get rid of the mag pulse? Just use the heat beam. Sorry, the energy beam. No, I still need the Retributor to do actual damage. No more weapons for you. This will work. It might just take a bit. I could Hull Reaper them to try and get some hull back. That's a good idea. Purify's not up, so let's just not take unnecessary poison injuries. Get out the rooms. Shields. If shields go down, well, I might as well just shoot everything, as I'm going to destroy them with this volley regardless. As long as I trigger the Hull Reaper and hit 4 rooms, I get all 4 points. Even if the ship has already exploded. Right. As the ship disintegrates, a small portion of its cargo remains intact. You successfully recover what's salvageable before the rest goes up in flames. Psychic Shriek, the stun, psychic power, or arc talons. This can't be used in combat, I learned last time. It's strictly a stand in place and fire it. It would work on the Deathbringer quite well. He stands on the ship, drains enemy strength, and stuns them. So he's quite an effective utility piece for helping our boarders. Not that I have an enormous number. Or just pure damage arc talons. They're okay. It's not the most amazing weapon in the world. Nah, let's just... Although if you teleport into a small room with a system, i.e. the command throne, you'll do +4 DPS. But Psychic Shriek's good. Equip that to you. Yep, stun and damage down. I no longer have... I've got one of those crystals. Should I use the translocator instead for a bit? I think so. An extremist group has infiltrated a local space colony and is threatening to blow the fusion pylons responsible for maintaining the colony's orbit. Without its fusion pylons, the colony would fall into the dwarf planet below, unleashing a tidal wave of nuclear fire that would sweep across 2/3 of its habitable landmass. Recent Imperial census data shows a local civilian population of approximately 25.5 billion. Sadly, we don't have the necessary engine upgrades to allow us to do the good option, so just warn them. Where was the Empire when the raiders came to slaughter our brothers and enslave our sons and daughters? When our hydro fields dried up and our Nutri-vats sat empty? All our prayers have fallen on deaf ears. We have had enough. Tell them violence won't solve anything, and remind them of their faith in the immortal king and his plan. Nod in agreement. Those are all bad options, but I guess violence really won't solve anything. The conversation is tense, but you manage to talk down the extremists and convince them to surrender to the authorities. The local magistrate thanks you for your assistance and invites you to come to the execution. Okay, well, they did the right thing and you immediately killed them for it. The munitions are appreciated though. Grav Spear. DPS and movement moves slow crew. Well, I've got still need individuals who need weapons. Yeah, Dorothy needs one. You might as well have one. Was it medium rooms? Well, she spends all her time in a single room. Maybe you would benefit from that more. What kind of... You're in a large room as well, though. Not many people just... If I happen to be in one, that's fine. Actually, let's give it to the combat husk. And where he sits. It's not too relevant. We tend to shuffle around a bunch, but... Try and be specific. Just spread these out. You encounter an Imperial vessel. Judging by the scorch marks on its hull, it appears to have taken some damage. Before you can further assess the situation, the vessel arms its weapons and starts firing at you. They have a Devastator beam, which is a beam, but it pierces through one tier of shield, so I need both up to be safe. Then a Retributor, which will mean I'm not safe. That'll knock my shields down, and the Disruptor Missile. No damage, but it causes ion. I should be able to deal with this pretty quickly. What I could do is maybe I could just teleport both of my teleporters onto this weapon room. Throw the stun. Yeah, let's try this. Teleport in. And just teleport in immediately with you. I'm going to have you step out of Hang on. If there's no one in the room, well, maybe I'm going to have you step out of here, teleport into that room. They should immediately start moving towards us. Let's stun them and drain strength. Okay, I have to use one all the time. This has a charge time of 1 second. Fair enough. I'm going to take some damage for this. That's fine. Then the stun will arrive. I'm hopeful. I tell you what, I can actually just fear them, so this isn't a problem. No, I need them in the room so they take damage and die. As that's the case, I actually want to use the graviton emitter to slow them down. Just watch the enemy hull strength carefully. The missile's away, I don't care. 1 down, the Retributor's offline. 2 down, the Devastator's now offline. More trickling in. These ones will hurt me though. I'm going to recall now. Too little hull left to feel safe. Still ironing me, I don't care. But they're now so fragile we can just finish them. Again, should be using the Hull Reaper more to net HP back. Scrap and a Dark Matter Prism. The quest is next. Let's just decide first what I want to do. 2 means I'm back to using these. Do I upgrade to tier 5 weapons now? I can get to the actual weapon tier I need, but not the necessary power to run it. It's sort of pointless. Do I need that for the quest? The quest, and then a shop, and then threat. Well, let's hold on to my scrap, see if I want it for anything good there. This is all a build-up for the major threat. You enter the final system of your mission and discover a large solar monastery orbiting the system's sun. You inform the local guard of your task and precious cargo and dock at the station. A small group of Imperial priests soon meet with you, and you present to them the needle. Terribly curious, a priest nearly snatches it from you and begins appraising it. You follow them as they take it to a room filled with altars and glass-walled containers. You notice that the needle is placed on a small altar, completing a set of other items, a vial of incandescent-looking ink, as well as a small hammer with a bone handle. You return to your ship. Imperial serfs load your cargo bay with rewards. You have done our order an uncommon service. We thank you. Scrap, purify, and exalted reagents. They summon redeemers. They're pretty good. Another purify. I can't equip it to anyone now, but when I get another psychomancer later, I'll definitely use it. Double purify is great and allows you to all but disregard negative status effects later on. Someone should definitely use this. Someone who isn't a combat character, ideally. Stick it on you. There you go. Summon some redeemers. Can't use that yet. We'll warp to here to reach the major threat. Trade routes with neighbouring colonies have dwindled ever since the enigmatic Scarlet Cultists began their visits. What do you have? The Devastator Beam, which I do rather like. Twin Disruptors and Flame Lance. That would be the one I want to buy. But at 3 power... I mean, I need... The Magnetic Pulse is good at getting down shields, and I currently have poor shield stripping. No, I think the Energy Beam is cost effective. I know it doesn't do as much damage, but it's nice and long and it hits multiple rooms, so I'm happy to stay with it. These are more tempting for me as I'm about to go into the battle. So who needs what equipment? You could use armor, you could use armor. I need armor and weapon for Dorothy. And a weapon for Batista, so basically everyone. But not tool slots, curiously. Many of my combatants don't use them. He needs his to teleport. And you're not really a warrior. So the armor and weapon just make more sense. The Plague Sword for damage and this to immunity to fire is pretty good. Oh, I could use that on Dorothy, surely. Did she take armor? Yes, so with that I can give her that, and then she and the Marshal can teleport into an enemy room that is set on fire and be immune to the fire, and he gets the extra DPS. So she can work together with her friend. Let's use these two. I know there's a missile bay there, but I don't want it. Use those. Let's go load out Dorothy. One of those. One of those. Now for our ship, we do have to upgrade before the major threat. I'm not going to heal the ship, as I can probably just extract it from their hull. I mean, realistically, the best upgrade would probably be just a load of power, so I can run all of these systems. I want the Siege Beam firing. I want the Hull Reaper firing constantly. I want the Shield Charger up, so you just do that. And then a point of engines. I'm not going to get to tier 5 of that, but that wasn't going to happen anyway. So, yeah, let's just run everything all at once. Would it not be more effective just to hot swap my power around? But then what would I do? This is necessary to defend me. The fight is going to go... I'm going to summon a Redeemer into their ship, and then I'm going to teleport both Dorothy and the Marshal on board to try and throw a fireball onto the room so I do a bunch of damage. I don't know if the Redeemer's immune to it, but maybe it's resistant. And then I can use Drain Strength to deal with the first wave, and then a stun to deal with the second wave. Oh, you got knocked down there. Is there too much on this system now? Okay, let's do this. So a lot of boarding. Sadly, he can't join us, which is a real shame. No way to get him on board the enemy ship. He can't take tools, I'm pretty sure. Weapon and armor, and that's it. Ah. Oh well. Okay, I think having a bunch of power is perfectly sensible, so I can spam these constantly and just hit them over and over and over again. And an extra one into engines for, dodging stuff isn't terrible either. I won't be using this constantly, so I can just make my dodge better halfway through the fight. I have very poor sensors, but I'm just going to be jumping onto them anyway. All of these. Sadly, no heat beam. You could activate it if you wanted to do that, but I need these to actually get through. Although if I destroy the enemy shields by jumping into them, then this makes more sense, as I think combined... Yeah, this could do far more damage than the bolt cannon firing every... So you get 2 shots every 20 seconds, or one of these every 17 seconds, and you can hit far more rooms than 2. So you can do far more work with the beam. So if I can knock down their shields just by jumping at them, I think that makes more sense. But we'll see what the enemy kind of ship looks like. Don't actually know what this one does. For our equipment, this is going to matter. Who wants what weapon? Really, I need to carefully equip Dorothy and the Imperial Marshal with the best option for me. The shield room will surely be a big 4x4 room. So we want to think about which of these is our best. That does DPS in large rooms. That surely stays. It's a no-brainer. So what does Dorothy want? Plus DPS and poison DPS. DPS, medium room DPS and slowing enemies. Well, I have the Graviton for that, I guess. Or just... I don't need... That's the bad one. We're not going to use that. Doesn't really help me. There's a choice between pure poison to damage them or the Grav Spear. Slowing them down? Probably just better off slaying them, as I can slow them down with the Graviton emitter. I do as much damage as hard as possible, as quickly as possible. And I can fear them as well, so if I get overwhelmed, I can just tell everyone in the room to leave me alone. Who had the Grav Spear initially? I forget. Maybe it was you, maybe it wasn't, I don't know. There may be boarders coming in. Everyone else can run around and just fix things. Do I use the translocator? I mean, there's no one left who would actually make good use of it, so probably not. I would prefer the dark matter prisms. I know I have limited jumps, but it's probably better just to slay as many enemy crew as fast as possible. Okay, so the plan is summon the Redeemer immediately. It takes 6 seconds to charge, so we do that. Then throw a fireball into the room I'm summoning the Redeemer. Teleport her in. Teleport him in. And then either stun them or drain strength in that room, and then fear to just slay as much enemy crew as possible as fast as possible. Forgotten anything? No, that's as it should be. I'm not using the teleporter. What I could do to be cheeky, let's equip him. If there's any enemy casters on board, what I can do is I can just pop the engineer in and out. That will allow him to interrupt casts if it's necessary, and then we could just keep bouncing like that. He's obviously not going to stay there. The downside to that approach is that it recalls everyone. So if I'm going to do that, I need to make sure he's the only one doing it. I don't want to drag my crew back to my ship. Right, there are Centurions on board. You arrive near a large subspace rift. An Imperial Crusade vessel rises from the breach, engines screaming with holy purpose. It descends upon you, immaculate, merciless, the God King's will forged into a celestial weapon, and it sees you. Alright, fine. Okay. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 guns, incendiary missiles, 4-shot bursts of incendiary projectiles, 2-shot bursts of breaching projectiles, that'll be hull breach, and fires a spread of incendiary. Okay, so they're going to set us on fire a lot. So here's the plan. We're going to get a Redeemer in that room immediately. I can deal with a lot of this stuff fairly quickly. I don't like... Oh, why have they got so much HP? Is it one of those modules on board that give them more? And all of these sorcerers will be creating more fireball as well, annoyingly. Healing. That's annoying. The Centurions are going to make it difficult to crew kill them, but I'm hopeful I can at least get through the shields, and I can use the energy beam to hit a couple of them. And the Hollow Reaper and this. In fact, I should just probably start this immediately. Start the Siege Bombard, and I'll start damaging them as hard and fast as possible. Let's give you a second to cast your spell. This is instant, so I don't want to do that straight away. They're throwing a fireball, but that should hopefully gets off in time before they interrupt me, one would hope. What is that? Mind Bolt. Hang on, have they fired that at me? They must have done. Okay, they've immediately done damage to the husk, but he's not jumping in, so that's fine. They have these pests. I need to jump onto them to stop those, otherwise they'll interrupt all of my spells. So throw the fireball now. Step out of the room. I know I'm going to be set on fire in a second. You're going to teleport in immediately to interrupt that and do some damage. Vent, vent, vent. Hello? Okay. So he's going to start getting attacked quickly. Now you're going to teleport in about now, given that there's more moving over. The Redeemer is on its way. The fire is already on its way. Let's drain strength for the first cohort to do good damage. Okay, they're already dying in the room, knocking their shields down. That's fantastic. I'm going to slow them now to really mess them up. How many are in the room with me? A Sorcerer who's already dead. A Wraith Blade that will go down quickly. Wow, she's tough. 85 and 4 is pretty good. Here comes my fireball. We're all basically immune to fire. Me and them. This is on fire. That's annoying. Put that one out. I caught it in time, so that's okay. I'm still charging my weapons. Let's min-max carefully. I don't need to fear them yet. They're currently not much of a threat. Comes the Redeemer to help. Now there's too many in that room. Now I'm going to drain strength them, as I'm taking some damage. This one's on fire as well. I think I can close this door now. The more of them I slay, the less of these unbelievably irritating fireballs they can chuck at me, so it gets more efficient the further we go on. And I'm getting hurt, but they'll be drained strength, so now I'm safe from them. I can't do any weapon stuff yet. I need to do more damage to this system first. Please slay some crew quickly. Oh, have I been drained strength? Why are they not taking any damage? Why am I taking so much? The Marshal is about to die. I need to withdraw him. I'm going to move him to safety by doing this. And leave her there to keep fighting. He's out. He's... Oh, wait, what? Oh, this teleports everyone, not just him. That's really unfortunate. I didn't know that's how that works. Blast got me. Well, just stun them then, so they can't fix it for to start at least. Slow them down a touch, and then I can use the Retributor and the Siege Bombard to get through and beam them. This is going to be painful now, and I don't have more teleporting as I've... How did you get so much damage so quickly? I mean, they should have been drained strength. They shouldn't have been able to harm me. Okay, it's going to get ugly now, I think. I'm not under attack by their weapons yet, although they're about to charge a couple things. Fear is not helpful. I can't teleport. I've got no more teleport options. That was basically all I could do. Yeah, the translocator would be much better. Oh, he's got it. I could translocate onto there, stop the silly thing, and then immediately jump back. Hello. Interrupted. Recall. Right. Has the Siege Bombard fired? Yes, let's fire the Retributor now. Oh, I could have feared, and that would have meant that he would have taken any more damage, so it would have been fine. I sincerely hope this gets through their shields. They fired a big burst at me, so I'm going to do this now. If it knocks down their shields, I can double beam them, which will be great. Miss. 1, 2. Good, I'm through. How many systems can I hit, and where's the good spot? Obviously, their weapons would be lovely, but I need to do a lot of damage to shields quickly. I just do this. Oh, the energy beam 2 is good. Look at all that distance. And then you can hit shields and maybe something else as well. Their dodge chance is convenient. Just give them more problems to worry about. That's on fire. You're on fire. Yeah, I brought the Redeemer back. That's silly. I can't command it either. This thing immune to fire. It is immune to fire. Well, the combo would have worked if I didn't mess it up. I could throw another one at them just to slow their repairing down. Not any point right now. Let's just fix my ship. You need to take less damage. I'll let the Doomweaver take care of that. You'll put that one out easily. Okay, so good damage to shields. I'm getting hit now. Of course they hit the Bombard, the most important thing I've got, and it's on fire now. Wait, the shield charge? It was probably a missile that hit it. You're immune to fire at least, so you can go deal with that quickly. And immune to suffocation as well, so good fix. There's a Redeemer on the way. Okay, you can go fight that one. I really want that back up quickly. It's important for my damage output. Yeah, hello, Redeemer. I know. Yeah, they're just going to start fixing everything before I can stop them, annoyingly. Should I just throw one more at these to try and slow them any way I can? More fire, because that's what this ship does. You're immune to it. You put that out. In theory, you'd be good at fixing this, but you're a bit too slow. So I micro shield in a second. Where are you? You're there. Doing doors. I don't need doors, so just use the micro shield. Wait. Shield an area against hostile crew. Oh, I can target it. Well, these are the most important areas, so shield that area. Shield it. That's pretty good. That should be easily defeated. Indeed it is, but we're on fire again. Put that out in a couple seconds, quickly. Another volley's coming in. I can't stop that one. I tell everyone to return stations, but not you. Keep fixing this. Almost there. If I fire the Retributor now, I might be able to get through their systems to get another beam in just to slow them down. Get blocked. It's a bit of help there. Of course, it hits the shield charger. Engineer, fix things. You're good at that. And immediately destroy the bombard again. That's not much of a problem, but it will spread. In a really awkward spot. Well, if you fix this already, you're a marshal, so you can take no damage and put that out. That's annoying. Okay. That one will be vented. You go deal with this one, and you stand on the engines. Running out of crew HP. Yeah, I didn't get enough crew kills that I needed. They're down, though. I should be hitting them with this. It's very silly not to do so. Let's just hit their shields and weapons again. The lower I get them, the easier it is. Keep hitting them, keep hitting them. And before I'm overwhelmed by this guff. You can't survive another one of those. I need to stop taking fire damage. That's fine, that's fine. I could throw my own fireballs. I guess it actually makes no difference, but it means they can't repair while they're dealing with it. Hollow Reaper is still charging. That's vented already. Yeah, just keep forcing them to stop things. Drain strength doesn't help me anymore, sadly. I think that gets put out before it hurts me. Does. Close, 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 close. You'll solve that. You'll solve this. More fire in that room is annoying, but it's already vented, so don't worry. Surely that gets put out quickly, yes. Wait for the Retributor and Hollow Reaper again. Oh, here comes a horrendous volley, but I do have the shield charger to help. That's good. Deflect some of this nightmare. We need that Retributor to charge quickly. The energy beam isn't ready. Need to wait. Hits this. That's probably not the more moderate of the outcomes. Yeah, it's already going to get vented. I'm not going to waste time fixing this, as slowing them down is pointless. They're in the rooms I don't want them in anyway. That just takes care of itself. Right, I'm sort of ready to go now if I can get through shielding. The siege bombard just fired. Ah, they have one of these pests. Tell you what, I can fix that. Teleport on there, interrupt that. I knew there was a reason I did this. Interrupted, recall immediately, and then hit this so I can double beam them again. Bink. I need 2 more. Bink. Good, I'm through. Let's do this again. And then Hollow Reaper them again. I've just done nothing to these weapon systems the whole time. It's a bit silly. Slowly getting them through them. You don't have HP to deal with that anymore. Get off. How do I put that out efficiently? Oh, there's a door right there. You can vent it. It's easy. I could use you to go fix this. Go that way around so you don't accidentally take damage from the fire. You're going to be hurt a little bit going through there. Okay, just pop through. Run through the... Oh, here comes another volley. I'd love to hit their weapons, but I just don't... I need to keep hitting shields, otherwise I'll never get through them. I could stun that room to stop them from fixing it. That's a decent idea. Oh, you're on fire in this room now, and you've been mind bulleted. And I have no dodge chances. They've hit me there. This one's going to hurt a lot. Largely hull damage, though. Get out of that room. You'll be killed. Keep pesking my poor husk. They're stunned there. At least slows down their healing. It's just taking forever to get through. Oh, you're going to die in this room as well. I'm also being set on fire by that. Charges. Just the Retributor is not enough. I need more. Oh, they fixed it again, pesky. I think I need to jump. I don't think I can win. What's going to happen is I'm going to slowly be chipped away. A couple more poorly placed fires will just get through me. There's too much HP left on the enemy ship. It's going to take too long. It's better we give up now and misplay. My misplay of the original boarding attempt decided basically the whole outcome. Although I think the Purify that I missed obviously cancelled Drain, Strength and Stun, so a lot of those wouldn't have mattered regardless. Don't think this is winnable. Nice try. Infernal Sea or Exclusion Zone. Large regions of space swallowed whole by space rifts, regions battered by violent space rifts. I don't know if there's a difference. We'll do the Infernal Sea, as it gives us more options later. Arrive on the outskirts of an exclusion zone, a region of space demarcated by Imperial astrogation authorities as areas containing subspace anomalies of magnitudes greater than Class 6. The path ahead is long and treacherous, but those who come ready may find greater rewards. We're on fire. Please help. You're not suited to actually deal with that, so leave. And it's going to destroy my system, isn't it? No one is going to get there fast enough to stop it. That one will at least put out, so I'm going to take another point of damage to this one. Oh, just was already out. I lied. We're fine. Hang on, Marshall. You're immune to suffocation. You can run through there, okay? Let the oxygen refill and then just put everyone back. I didn't actually lose any crew. It's just moved the order around because I've run out of dark matter prisms. What I need to do is move the prism back to Otto. Apologies, the translocator. What we got? Crew is good. That is the... Well, that's the only merchant in the entire sector. Okay, I guess we're going that way then. I don't remember. I think the Gore Shrine is a guaranteed battle, so we may as well head up there, take the fight, not pledge ourselves to the Blood God, and then swing down here. Heal a lot quickly, please. Sends to detect the Death Cult vessel pursuing a raider ship. The raiders seem to be making a particular effort to avoid entering the nearby rift storm. Attack the cultists, attack the raider, or evade. Attack the cultists. We have two really pathetic Ghoul Maguses on board and a fairly weak enemy crew to deal with if I take out the Death Knight. So, these are trivial. Let's get rid of the Death Knight instantly. Dead. And then who can fight these for me quickly? Oh, I don't have enough HP. Ordinarily I just jump straight on them and easily handle that, but look how low my health is. If I stun it first, if I land the stun, I'm then happy to jump in there with a translocator, but this has to work. I'll even set them on fire just to make it worse. You've got plenty of health left, and you've got plenty of health to deal with those, so just hit them. Stunned, good. I'm willing to jump on now. And the fire starts, so I do a lot of damage. Got it. Recall. And once this ghoul pops, the battle is over. Perfect. The raider vessel hails you with a garbled message. Vip dip et onid laple. Soon an escape pod from the raider ship is detected drifting towards you. Retrieve it. Hatch opens and a highly necrotized crewman hobbles out. Despite their appearance, they seem both intelligent and accepting of your command. A Ghoul Magus. With what's spelled with Noxious Blast. Okay. Not particularly useful. It's not a poison build, my gang. It's also not an exchangeable psychic power, so I can't just trade it for something better. What they can do, though, is stand on systems, which is I appreciate. There are currently... I've got engines unmanned. That's ridiculous. There we go. I've manned all of them, so you're just going to run around and... I mean, would you be better off standing somewhere? Maybe I can use the husks to go fix things then. You can just stand on the system. Oh, what I could do... Hang on. While I'm here, I'm going to fire a couple Hull Reapers at this. It's no threat at all, so I can just use Hull Reapers over and over again to get all my hull back. You know, assuming these fires don't destroy the entire enemy ship before I can. Let's fire this first as it gets the shields down in case... Well, they won't dodge, so it's guaranteed to get it down every time. And Hull Reaper in a second. Okay, how do I hit the most rooms? There. Pretty good. Health back, and one more of those. I can't have to wait for the whole Reaper to charge. It will probably explode by then, but it's worth a try. Stop, fire, you're being too aggressive. No, please. Why is there so much fire on board? Well, because their weapon system has so many tiers, it can just keep going and going. We're under attack by a demonly corrupted starship. We have hungerers on board. I don't particularly intend to board this one. There's no real value in doing so. Let's just get rid of the one immediately and then stun the other. Oh, I'm in combat, so he's the one guy who can't... Fine. Okay, tell you what. Move over here. Stun him. And now go get rid of him. Yeah, this ship. I mean, if they fired at the wrong time, there could be a problem. There's not a huge amount I can do about it. What I could do is... He's immune to suffocation, so I could have him go hit the heart and slay some enemies for me. Fire is pointless, they'll just tank it, so... And I've used my stun, sadly, there, so it's a bit wasted. Hunger is gone. I would really prefer just to heal back quickly. The only thing that will do damage is the energy beam, and it shouldn't be too bad if I use the shield charger correctly, so I think we're alright. And there's a siege bombard I didn't see, great. Use that. They mistimed their combo there, so I'm fine. Although if this hits me, they'll then annoyingly get the hull rippers through, which kind of hurts. Let's stop that. Where have they spawned? On my ghoul, so that's a lost battle. Equal in strength. Going to use the ones who have a lot of HP left over. Yeah, just bounce off me for all I care. Okay, hit them now. Mag pulse. And then what? Probably their weapon system, really. It's a bit of a headache. We have a hull breach, but you're immune to suffocation, so go fix that for me. Their shields are down. I should do this while I have the chance. Start with the shields. And more spawns. It's the Greater Demon Heart. They do throw a lot of these around. Bloat mines. They're very irritating as they explode and cause damage in system. They are stuck there though, so just drain strength them for now. Let him into the room. If I'm lucky, he'll run straight through. No, he went the wrong way. He has to insist going through that way. Fine, they do no damage now. Can I lure them all into this room? Come this way. Open the door. There we go. They all get put through. So if they explode, at least they're somewhere where they can't do any damage. You go teleport onto them to help fight. You may as well run in there as well. They're currently, everyone but him is... Yeah, they do 0, 0, and 1, so they're not exactly that threatening. Combo's kind of good. Let's do this again. Should probably hit the heart actually this time. It's really annoying that it keeps dodging me. They are poisoning me though, so let's purify. Done. Have they slipped through and hit me? That siege bombard's going to connect straight into weapons. Of course it does. Go fix that. Do I do any damage at all? A tiny bit. Have the, in case they get through again, I have my... They both hit, which means that siege bombard's going to connect, so I should stop that one. We have this problem. You ignore those, go put it out. If I wait for the Hull Reaper to be ready again and the bolt cannon, I can do the most in my combo. That's not a good space for you to be. Is anyone else immune to suffocation? No, I think it's just immune to poison. It's just him. So you get off there, you're not going to be able to fix that. Oh, they have a... I didn't even realise they had a vault the whole time. I completely missed it. It's going to be very hard to get hold of that. I could teleport him into the room. He's immune to suffocation. Stun whatever comes to engage me. If I'm very lucky, it's the bloat mine. Then the bloat mine will go down and I get it. It's worth a try while I'm here. Hang on. Throw the stun first. It's absolutely slow as anything. Cancel that. Stun. Stun is on its way. Okay, it's thrown? Yeah, it's thrown. Now teleport there to lure them into the room. Who's coming towards me? The bloat mine's coming towards me. Good. Oh, you know what I could have done? I could have just used the emitter so he couldn't reach in time, and then I get it. But I should pop him anyway. It's like a zit. He's only got 17 HP and 2 damage per second. I know it'll tell me I'm dying, but I'll get away with this just barely. Got it. We can jump away, scrap in a combat shield, recall, and then full volley them as I need to die. The Marshal can't do any more fighting, so I need other people to handle that for me. That'll be you, of course. Can I lure them out of these poison rooms? Oh, why am I taking hits? That fired already, so let's go just everything into shield so I end the battle. And definitely Hollow Reaper them in a second. Miss, miss. I can get through at least. Max damage is like this. Got it. Good. Now the only problem is over here. They're going to poke through and start fighting you. You're being overwhelmed by a bunch of rubbish. Go fight that. As you're immune to suffocation, you can fix these holes for me. You should probably just leave. Oh, you're going to die in there. Careful. Scrap munitions and more dark matter prisms. The maelstrom subsides, but I do need to fix this problem now. Some pesky, fairly strong stuff in here that's slowing me down. Done. Okay. Oh, there's another one. Oh, you've poisoned me. I have Purify for that. Good. Marshal. Just love an opportunity to heal. I just keep having to fight and draining my HP over and over and over again. A tool. Reduce enemy DPS by 1 and improve our DPS by 1. No one's really going to make use of that effectively. You don't have a tool slot. You don't have one. Yours needs to be teleporting. I can change this out now. For a tiny bit of versatility, I can give it back to the engineer for bouncy around reasons. No, I don't think anyone can use this. I'll save it for later when we grab someone with a decent tool option. How is this still here poisoning me? It outlasts Purify. Everyone happy? Right. I think I need to just start upgrading. What am I missing? Third tier of shields would be nice. Costs 100 just to get there though, or just do this. For dodge chance, getting up to tier 4 is about where we want to be anyway, and I mean, I take a lot less damage overall. Or push for those weapon systems to actually, operate. I think I can limp around at this for now. Can I get through to the shop before I have to spend my scrap? Yes. You come across an Imperial warship locked in combat with an unknown enemy. You consider getting involved, but a quick glance at your console shows high levels of toxic gases flooding the area. Subspace-infused toxins ignore the laws of reality and cannot be fully protected against by conventional means. Any sort of ship-to-ship action here would be exceedingly dangerous. Help the Imperial ship, attack the Imperial ship, or stay hidden. We're almost all Imperial, so let's give them a hand. You fire a few shots in the direction of the Imperial ship's mysterious assailant. Unfortunately, visibility is poor and your long-range sensors have been going haywire with interference. Clouds of toxic gases seem to grow thicker. A few minutes pass and both the Imperial ship and its attackers disappear into the fog. You try searching for them, but it is no use. You are alone. I think you need upgraded sensors for that to work. The jump, though, means I get free healing. You come across a small deserted outpost. Nothing appears out of the ordinary, save for a pattern of complex sigils pointing towards the single-flayed corpse nailed to the entrance. It is a shrine to an ancient god. There's our battle, thank you. A ship suddenly emerges from hiding. It bears the darkly regal heraldry of the blood cults. You'll be my sacrifice to Ariok. Their guns are 2-shotgun, 2-shotgun, and the energy beam. Well, that'll fire at the 11-second mark and not get through my shields, and then a second later that'll fire and will hit my 2 shields, and then 3 seconds later that will fire and not get 2 shields. So I think I can save the shield charger for the next combo. I'm not attacking this one. He just heals his ability, and I'm not going into a bunch of Gene soldiers. They're too strong, so get ready to shoot them a whole bunch of times. Once I'm through the shielding, it's more efficient. Maybe I can swap to the energy beam for these two, but I need to drop them first. So that gets wasted, and then they fire this one. Even if they both hit, it won't matter. Mag pulse this. And then shields, shields, and Hull Reaper them in a second. And I missed a whole bunch of shots. Let's now depower these two and start charging this one. We are not through their shields yet. Now we are. No whole points back. It's not the end of the world. The Retributor should be able to get through their shields. Let's stun them so they stop fixing it. Should be more spry with that. I need to be more active. Yeah, they're not fixing it now. I could set them on fire in there as well. That also slows down the fixing time. I was very, very cheeky. I could move the Doomweaver out of the room, teleport, fear, send them all running, and then teleport back in. Energy beam will be ready by the time we shoot this. Double miss. Oh, that's tragic. We have to wait for another volley. Ah, they managed to slip through, and they did that at the right time. Got me. It's going to do another whole point damage if I don't shield charge. Let's try and stop it. Yeah, I stopped it. 2 misses at 25%. Harsh. What am I to do? Means if they fix it though, I'm in trouble. Okay, let's do this trick. Move out. Teleport into the room. Fear immediately. Get out of there. Stop fixing things. Guess I could stand here for a second or two and just see what they do. They're just sending more. They're going to punch me into submission. No problem. Time to go. Fire the Retributor as soon as possible. I'm through their shields. Good. Let's energy beam them. They're fully fixed now, so it's a good time for that to happen. Be more efficient. I should use that right on the edge of the shield room so it goes through as many systems before the shields pop back up. And I will Hull Reaper them as well for the same reason. Beam, 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 beam. Oh, they're already dead. Getting very little out of the Hull Reaper, sadly. A powerful shockwave scatters the ship's remnants in every direction. You salvage as much as you can before the rest is lost to space. Redeemer summoning or Mind Bolt? I would probably prefer the Redeemer summoning. That's a bit too... I don't have the build for that to be really useful. I'm not pledging myself to the Blood God. I'm not interested. And it's just spare tool slots if I have them. Nearly at the shop. Sensors detect an unidentified starship within one of the rift storms. As you approach it, the storm seems to thin out, and soon you see an old derelict starship. Then you notice the large congregation of otherworldly monstrosities upon the hull. They seem to be engaged in an obscene ritual. Attack immediately. Okay, you fire at the odious congregation your weaponry scars through the starships beneath them. Sears, but the monstrosities are totally unfazed. Instead, they point and laugh, first at the smouldering hull and then at you. Attempt a psychic attack. The psychic energies have only attracted the monstrosities. You ready yourself for combat as they rematerialize aboard your ship. Okay, we have problems. The tentacle is annoying. Where's the... That's the strongest thing. I should probably just get rid of you instantly. Oh, there's 2 of them, in fact, so get rid of that. You're fighting a fleshling, so if you can kill that quickly and then drain strength this pest, that'd be great. Go help fight this one. And now that you're free, you can go help fight this one. In fact, let's have you specifically stand there and you specifically stand there. So you tank the damage for me. That's dead. Good. Drain strength. That one in that room. 1 damage. You summoned a friend. Let's stun you then. I know he's dying, but I should probably get you out now as this has spawned. Will you last long enough for the stun to arrive? Yes, because it's 1 second away. The odious congregation has dissipated, and along with it, the nearby rift storms. You salvage what you can from the derelict starship. A graviton cannon. The armament. Would I use that in exchange for something? Maybe... Maybe the mag pulse later. It's just the fact it can't damage the enemy ship is annoying. They both cost 1 power, so for that does 2 damage to shield, so it's actually more useful, but then later on that'll be more effective. We made it. Imperials consorting with cultists. Since when did the Immortal King grant clemency to these heretics? Crew. There's some very powerful crew on board, but I don't really have the scrap for them unless I sell off a gun. 15. They're worth about the same. I could probably go with the cheaper ones instead, just to oh, that would be great if I had some sort of teleport option I don't have. That's a really good weapon, you should buy that. Armour is also in demand, as I have a bunch of them running around without armour. What do you think, a recruit just to stand around and fix things, or the marshal? Can't get a centurion, sadly. Well, if I sold, I could give him the combat shield immediately. If I sold off the graviton gun. It's not really a very good weapon, so I think it's worth it. That puts me at 105. So I can buy the centurion. Yeah, I know they have less HP than the servo excavators, but they can take weapons, so their damage will be much higher. Also, they're immune to fire, which they aren't. These aren't the ones that come with inbuilt teleporters. Those are the assault cyborgs. I would have loved one of those, but can't get it. I want the centurion. Having that powerful a crewmate is very useful. I'll give you the little shield. Then shop. I would love to buy you a war pick so you can slay enemy knights in an efficient manner. I need 10 for that though. Sell, purify. That's got to be... You can't possibly think of that's a good play. What about one of these kind of silly weapons I'm not using very effectively? For instance, I don't think much of the assault sledge. I don't... Door break chance and sabotage speed aren't very good. Can I sell this for 10? Yes, exactly. And the war pick is a wildly better choice. Good. Well, if we are attacked by anything really nasty, we now have someone that has 7 damage and 120 HP, or 13 damage against big things. So, Waranad, my problem solver. All my scrap for that, though, so ouch. Where do you want to stand? Kind of centralised ship, so you can just get to where you need to be quickly. And eventually I'll find some way to get you boarding the enemy. Just that way will do. Desperately need to put points into the ship now as it's lagging behind seriously. You encounter an unusual biomechanical vessel attacking what appears to be an Imperial supply barge. It is unclear what an undefended transport ship would be doing in an exclusion zone. The Imperials are broadcasting an open distress signal. We are under attack by an unknown vessel. We have never seen anything like it. Requesting aid. Defend the Imperial ship. You move into attack range of the enemy vessel. Your comms array intercepts one of their transmissions. Hostile posture confirmed. EM scatter indicates weapons charging. Forward batteries are active. Recommend immediate combat posture. You're going to hit me. Okay. I definitely want actual guns online. I would love to board them, but I don't know. I think these vessels typically are just lots of the small ones that are powerful, but not that big a deal. Let's just jump straight into there. Start the fire, which guarantees they're in the right room. And now we can stun them. Now on fire, so they'll move to that room to deal with that. The stun is on its way, so it should be there. Let's teleport in now. They should be right where I want them. Hello. So they're stunned, can't escape, so when they pop and explode because the marshal hits them, their shields will instantly go down, down, down. Now more are coming. Now's a good time, I think, to drain strength them. Should have done that slightly earlier, but it's not a bad time for the combo. Yet 2 more. They'll be at 1 damage a pop when strange strength hits. So almost none. I should stop them from escaping. That was a mistake. Even more damage to shields. They now have none. So I should start hitting. I can stun them with the mag pulse. Hey, I'm using it for its actual stun capacity. You know, like you're supposed to. Hull reaping them is a very good option right now. I need my hull points back. How many rooms can I hit? 4 at most. 3 at most. I think 4's the limit. Or maybe I can squeak. No, it's either going to be that one or that one. So it's definitely 4. Fine, I'll just hit their weapon systems then. Please. They have plenty of hull points left, so I'm not about to end the run. But he'll survive anyway. I just jump away now. Yeah, I think we've done what we need to. We've really messed them up. No hull points repaired. For a 50-50, we're getting unlucky. Trying to hit me. I don't know what the shot is like, so I'm just going to use this anyway. Yeah, well, they're basically finished. Yeah, these. And another 52 scrap. Wow, you make contact with a supply barge. You learn they were en route to an ore processing facility before being ambushed by a squadron of strange starships. Their entire escort complement was destroyed. The Imperials are grateful for your assistance and offer you a spare supply container with all the scrap on the world. Nice, okay. Let's have you teleport back up. What I want, I need a lot of armor. A weapon, armor and weapon, armor. Wait, hang on. Do I not have... Okay. Is anyone using armor who would maybe make less use of it than the Centurion? Well, until he can board things, it doesn't really matter. He's not immune to suffocation, so a presser suit for him would be good as well. I've only got the one. Would I prefer that to the Marshal? I could swap the combo around. I could give him... Oh, what? No, hang on. I'm an idiot. Why don't I just do this? You're not using that for anything. I know I lose a bit of DPS and resilience, but surely that's more effective. He's immune to fire as well, so he can enter the room that I send the Marshal into so they can combo with one another and just stand in the flames. He gets the extra damage. And you've got the big thing Slayer in case that's a priority. Yeah, that makes far more sense. I should have done that earlier. What am I going to upgrade next? I really need two. I need to upgrade the weapons and energy to run it. And I need to upgrade engines to at least 4 and run it. And then I need to get a third tier shield quite quickly as well. So everything all at once, basically. Just depends how much scrap I get. You encounter the remnants of a warship drifting silently before the faint glow of distant rift storms. Its wreckage is scattered and long since looted. You move on. You won't complain at the healing. You detect a derelict ship of unknown origin drifting through a field of debris. Parts of the ship seem damaged and strange tendrils cover its hull. As you approach, you realize that the tendrils are flesh. Some of the larger breaches in the ship's hull have been covered with an organic cartilage-like material. Your sensors return multiple subspace anomalies, confirming that this is a supernaturally corrupted starship. However, it is strangely inert. Investigate, attack, salvage, just attack it. And yeah, that's why you do it, because it has a vault. You launch a surprise attack against the steamship, so we get a double reward. Their ship itself is... That will fire 3 pellets, which will knock my shields down, and then the Devastator will hit me. Well, their charge time. 13 seconds, 18 seconds. So that will fire. If it gets to his shields, if it doesn't, it doesn't matter. And then I'll have my shields back up before it shoots again, so the Devastator beam does nothing. So they're effectively useless. Okay, this is pretty easy. I'm going to get rid of... All I have to do is teleport onto this and I win. Let's just assassinate the pesky fiend, as it has a lot of health and is very annoying. Dead. And then I'm going to stun that one before I go in. And I teleport the... Who does more damage? Just flat out 6 when not on fire. Or 6 just... But it's against large targets. They're about the same. You would generate more HP for free, so I'll teleport you into the room in a second. Although you're not immune to suffocation, so it should be the Marshal. Or does dealing damage to the room destroy the vault? I'm not willing to risk it. Let's use you instead. The way that goes, that will stun the worm. Teleport onto it. And you'll get... You just have to destroy it quickly and then leave before the suffocation kills you. I know it's fighting back. We have the vault. 29 scrap. Recall. Yeah, it takes quite a bit of damage to... I think it's based on percentages, so if you have a very high health HP pool, not being immune to suffocation really stings. We are not through shields. Now we are. Hit the heart, shields the weapons. And then we'll... I can't energy beam them. And now their beam will fire and do nothing. In fact, I should probably depower this and just power my engines for more dodge chance. Wait a second. Now. I'm actually going to pump it all into the heart as it stops them spawning things and it ruins their ability to dodge me. Oh, hang on. Put that back on now. I don't know when this is going to shoot. It could be any moment now. I'm not willing to risk it. Good, the heart's down. This is all now free and easy. Comes the demons. I have drain strength for when they pop in there, so just immediately drain strength them. Drained, and you can go squash them immediately. You, and you will do fine. I could even teleport onto them, but let's save the crystals. Naught. Is the hound doing anything? Naught. They all do no damage. We are poison, purify. Good. Everyone go back home. Hard, it's already back up again, of course it is. Might be able to Whole Reaper them on this volley. No, it's a waste because they just get the shields back. Comes this again. Hopefully it doesn't perfectly time it with the Devastator. Be very unlucky if it did. Oh, it did. You've got to be joking. These are going to hit and then the Devastator does 1,000,000 damage. I can't activate the shield charger, so unless you get a very lucky dodge of at least 2 of them, this gets damage through. No, none of them dodge, so there's 2 and then another 2. Brilliant. Thanks, game. And my weapons are now down. I was too greedy holding on to my power to use the Whole Reaper on something else. 1 misses, so I can't even hit them with the Whole Reaper to finish it. Stuck here waiting for weapons to recharge. Right now. Oh, now I'm going to do this as I might as well get the points back. Give it a second, give it a second, give it a second. 1, 2, that'll do. Should be fatal. They do get their annoying spawn though. Fleshling, fleshling, fleshling. It's not that intimidating. The reward's good though, or the reward's very good. Necrotizing reagents and hull integrity patches. Ah, there's that really useful for later. So what do? Well, these are obviously just tools to summon necro lurches, and maybe just equip them onto anyone who's got capacity. And I think the more valuable tool is this, the hull integrity patch. I'll save that for... I mean, I'll just have it on the engineer now, but that's very good for the final boss. I really need the Whole Reaper to actually start Whole Reaping. I'm not doing much. I'm lagging behind. Would a 3rd tier of shields make more sense than or doing the engines first? This means I get more evasion and more gold rewards, so it's sort of efficient and I can go back for the shields after. I think what's next? Next will be, yeah, shields and actual weapon power system so I can hit things. That allows for 2 jumps, so that way. You take fire from an unidentified ship. You notice the strange energy coruscating across its hull and understand it to be under the control of an infernal intelligence. Right. The Rift Bomb annoyingly does hull damage and quite a lot. So I think I'm going to have to shut that down. We're going to be Terror Amplified. Let's just Purify to stop the stun. What I'll do, I'm going to teleport him into that room. He will lose the extra DPS, which is a shame, but then all of these will run onto him. I'm hopeful with the stun and drain strength. He should be alright. They'll be... The carcasses will still do damage even through drain strength. They're fairly potent. I could pick off one of them instantly. That might make something a bit better. So let's just get rid of one now. Splat. And I'm going to have you teleport in with your immunity to suffocation. Well, if I teleport into here and do damage to immediately... Let's do this cleverly. Let's throw the stun as it takes a while to arrive. He has to actually use... Okay, the stun is away. Teleport here now. Get the damage and then run into this room. And drain strength that room. So they'll be lured into me. The stun arrives at just the right time. Why can't I use the bolt cannon? Can't, apparently. Oh, I don't have the power. I've eaten it. There we go. So he should hopefully knock these down now. Yeah, and it does damage. The poison is a bit of a headache. Okay, but the system's already down. Good, so that's all they're critical. And he's immune to suffocation, so he can just run around hitting things. Yeah, go destroy the heart. With no enemy crew on board, they can't fight back. Well, I want to hit their shields would be great, given how much shielding they have. Ah, this is where if I kept the sledge, it would have been a good idea, as it now works. But it's the first time in the run, so, give me a break. Trying to hit me, but haven't gotten through. That's already fixed itself, so I need to hit that now. Just hopeful to get through the shield so I can laser beam them. There you go. Oh, it's already propped. Good, that's completely destroyed. It's only got 1 tier of HP. And now I have no dodge chance for this volley. It's almost as if I planned it. And then you can hit... I mean, it really should be all of these. That's good. Well, those are already destroyed, so walk over there. I don't have Purify anymore, so get out of the Poison Vapor. Fine. Be very careful of remaining HP, don't accidentally throw the game away. Right, if you just not hit that one more time, I would actually prefer you go destroy the heart. Yeah, that's a point there, that's fine. So I just play it as safe. Oh, you've been suffocating the whole time, my bad. No, I think they're low enough that I can just get you back here safely. Are we going to get Terror Amplified again? No, we aren't. I mean, 30 dodge shots now should be pretty good at avoiding most of this rubbish. We have a hull breach. You're immune to those, so just go fix it for me. The oxygen to refill just a moment. More dark matter prisms that I can't really use. Well, if you have 2, you might consider just again swapping these. I don't need infinite jumps over and over again. I could give that to someone else just for the versatility. Not right now. Oh, come on, low tier oxygen dispenser. No, this is all open terrain, so anywhere I want to go. Discover an abandoned shipyard. Just as you move closer to inspect it, a small pirate vessel shows up. Hands off that, I was here first. Attack! Pirate vessel flees before the target lock completes. You turn your attention back to the shipyard. The facilities within are in a state of severe decay, but you manage to find some scrap. Yay. What do you think, up or down? It's more spacey down here, so I'm going to take that one. Well, let's think. There I get the option of 2 jumps. But then and then if I go that way, it's the option of 2. I'm just keeping more of these extra nodes open as you can see transport vessels or good or bad things in advance. You enter real space to a destroyed Imperial ship. Whatever destruction it faced must have been recent. Its wounds still smoulder with a haunting turquoise glow. Though comms from the ship are null, you detect faint life signatures within. Before you can further investigate the ship, you are intercepted by its presumed attacker. Its hull matches no known designs, and it contorts into a more agile, deadly form upon spotting you. Spatiotemporal stability compromised. Initiating containment. Right, they have a lot of gun, but only in the one system, so what I'll do is I'll just do my full combo in there. Let's set the fire. That drags them into the room. I'm not going to use the siege bombard, so let's use this. They'll now be on fire. Let's throw the stun in there. Fire's in there. The stun goes away, so they've moved into there to put out the fire. There they are. And now that the stun will arrive at the perfect time to do this. Stunned. We're in. Yeah, they're not going to escape before he finishes both of these. Let's throw Drain Strength now, as the next batch will be arriving in a moment. I'm also going to slow them down now as they're trying to work their way in there. Sadly, they're in a different bunch, so that gets wasted. I should have allowed them in first. I didn't expect them to be that slow. There's not a huge point in picking any of these off. I'm just going to have him sit there and destroy the system. And it's also on fire. Yeah, look, he's knocked out most of their weapons already. I just leave. May as well kill one more, two more. Now I have no weapons at all, and I'm just taking damage for no reason. Let's just go. Well done. Quite impressive. Their shields are also entirely down, so the Hull Reaper shots are free. That's what, 4. Can I clip that one and do 5? Possibly, yes. There, and there's all 5. Very good. I'm eating through the munitions, sadly, using the Hull Reaper over and over again. Oh, they're trying to fix that. I think it's just get rid of them. And I could wait for another Hull Reaper to charge, but I need to start conserving the munitions for later. 31 scrap or a welding torch and 10 scrap. 21 scraps worth more than the welding torch. I know the repair speed is nice. I could give that to the engineer and give him 100% repair speed, but he already fixes things pretty quick. Repairing things slightly faster is not going to make that big a difference, whereas the scrap may net an upgrade. With the strange ship dealt with, we turned back towards the Imperial wreck. What faint life signatures detected previously have only further faded during your engagement. Imperial Sorcerer, Flame Scry for survivors. Ooh. Rather than rely on imprecise life scan as you turn towards your Imperial Sorcerer, they conjure a topaz flame. It wavers and points towards their kin aboard the dead ship. Thanks to this ethereal fire, you are quickly able to locate and rescue the last 2 survivors. Your sorcery ministers to their injuries. They quickly recover and subsequently offer to serve aside their brother, a Magister, who has healing that's really good, and a psychic power slot and armor, and a recruit for extra hands. That's an incredible reward. So he can, yeah, with the healing spell. So all that damage I'm taking over and over again from boarding, I can just do this now. Fixed. Where do I want them standing is an interesting question. Probably just spread around the ship just to go fight things for me. You're not centralized enough, I'll put you over there. That doesn't leave anyone to deal with this in a timely manner. You tend to teleport in. Let's have him stand in life support to protect it. And there, 2 jumps. Your sensors detect a ruined outpost deep within a rift storm. Surprisingly, it is home to a small but peaceful society. The outpost contacts you. We have been recently attacked and need materials to repair our essential systems. Can you spare any? Well, Machine Priest, let the Machine Priest conduct the repairs. Your Machine Priest definitely repairs the outpost using a minimum of the available materials. The outpost is grateful and offers you some of the bounty collected from the rift storms. Disruptor and scrap metal. I think the Disruptor is an improvement over the Mag Pulse. Yes, it only fires 1 shot instead of 2, but it has a faster charge time. And gets to kind of ions their shields down, which I really want. So I'm going to have that active. I'll sell that off later when I find another shop. Should I just finally upgrade something now? How much do I need to run all my systems now? I need another 2 to run the energy beam. Is that really needed, or would I be better off upgrading shields first? Do I feel as though we're struggling with damage output? With my boarding team doing a lot of work, no. So I'd rather take less hull damage as that's starting to become a problem. I'll do shields first. Sense a malefic presence. A possessed vessel is attacking you. Stop. They have a lot of enemy crews, so I'm not going to be able to do the thing where I just get in with the marshal and bonk everyone. The Terror Missile does do hull damage, that's annoying, and then I have a really nasty Storm Cannon, but it has a long charge time. I'm hopeful I can knock it out before it hits me. The Magister is stuck fighting one of those. Well, can you just fight that with me, please? If you can kill the bloat mine before it enters my room, that would be ideal as well. Now, how do I deal with these headaches? I could teleport in with this and just let it take some suffocation damage for a bit. Then I can't teleport him back. Oh, I forgot to equip the crystal, so he can't even go in this battle. Never mind. We're just going to kill them with guns. You're fighting a bloat mine, so you can't turn that one's brain off for me. We're done. Back home. Right, start disrupting the shields immediately. They don't have a lot. They have poor dodge chance, so it shouldn't be too hard. Just wait for these two to charge. Yeah, once I use the shield charger to tank my way through the storm cannon, then we're okay. Let's do one more shot from that before I fire the Retributor. Yeah, the missile will get away. I can't stop it. It's away. Okay, good. That's a slow charge time though, so now we shoot into what? Probably the missile system first, so I can ignore that for at least a cycle. That will land. That's a shame. Stunned me even over there. Fix it. Shields are capitulated. Let's hit them with the Hull Reaper. Can't hit everything I want, so I won't be greedy. Just do these then. I want to just tag the heart. Those are the more important systems. I couldn't quite get to that one. They fired the big gun now. Shield charger time. That just gets hard countered. And you need... Actually, let's set the disruptor to auto fire into their shields. I want it off permanently. If those are down, I can't tell if they're really down or if it's just temporary down. I'm going to wait for one more and then hit the full combo into the heart. There we go. No more repairing, so that won't come back up. No point stunning or destroying anything. Oh, wait, what? Oh, they still have the storm cannon active. That is going to get through this time. Thought I stopped it. 2 misses is already great. In fact, with 30% dodge chance, they just can't get through. Yeah, the dodge. See, look how powerful dodge is. Ioning this. Hull Reaper's up again, but I've eaten the munition reserves terribly, so I'm going to stop firing that now. I have a shield charger for the next storm cannon burst. That's not fired yet. That's just a bolt cannon. There it comes. Shield charger. Bing, 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 bing. Should be them dead already. No, I missed a bunch of crucial shots. Fine. And that lets them get the Terror Missile up, so we'll take another point of damage. Come on, guns. Let's wait for the disruptor to fire one more time. Pink. That's far enough now, and then shoot this and this. Actually, just hit the heart, and then the battle is over. Rather hopeful my munitions get there before the missile does. It does not. They got there first, so I took the damage. Scrap munitions, dark matter prism. Let's remember this time to equip some of them. I've only got one. I think it makes more sense to use this. I have more crewmen with which to equip things. You can't use any of those. Or can you? Armor. Oh, I could use... there you go. He can have another purify. Purify and heal on one of them. There you go. Genuine healer build. He's got all the positive ones. And you may as well just take this for combat reasons in case you wind up in a fight. From that display, would this be better? I know it's the Ion technically isn't as... Ion lets you hit other systems once the shields are down, but I really just want the shields out the way. So this is better at knocking down the shields. It has 2 projectiles. But then this could theoretically Ion other targets for you. Once I think that's probably better. If you get through the shields, then you could just destroy things with actual firepower. You don't need to worry about Ioning specific targets. So that way around seems to be the better idea. Probably reshuffle these slightly, move the husks off to the bottom. You're very important. You should go to the top. Casters. Let's use the combat team over there first. And you, in case you teleport in. And I want you over this side because you do the buffs to help them. I think everything else is fine to live there. You just have the active abilities that side. The engineer is the next most important one. Your ship exits subspace and finds itself in front of a sprawling techno-cult shrine. Explore. Yay, enemies! The sensors pick up the presence of a hostile ship nearby. It belongs to a rival techno-cult sect that seeks to claim the shrine for themselves. Turn the mag pulse on. Their guns are really bad. A twin disruptor with 2 shots and a ripper with 2 shots. That could eventually threaten our ship. Shall I board them? I mean, I could, but why? I mean, I could do some good damage. Let's try and get the combo to work. So we'll stun one. No, do this first. Set the room on fire. Luring them in. They'll then move over to stop it. So here comes this. Oh, they have their protection, Hex Priest, Cyber Priest nonsense. Whatever, we can still destroy them pretty effectively. They'll move over to fix it now. Oh, unfortunately, they're moving the wrong way, so he's going to miss the stun. Only stun the one of them. Fine, I'll have to use this instead. I'm really just using this to destroy the shields. He's drained, though, so they don't do any damage, so I still get the win. And before he escapes, slow them all down so he can't run away. And they'll start exploding and losing shield points. They're trying to hit me. They miss, so don't worry. I've protected all of their systems, annoyingly, so I'm going to have to hit, say, engines. Another one explodes. Another one goes. I think I can just leave now. Although I have distance healing, so I can actually don't have to be so scared about taking damage anymore. No, their ship's basically finished already. Well, they do repair things fast. Constantly have them on fire. What do we hit now? Shields, just keep them down. Stun the wrong one. Nice. Stunned. And on fire again. Oh, that's a well-timed volley where they could hurt me, so I'll shield charge of that one. But we're already fine. Do I use the prisms instead of this now that I have 2 again? I think that makes sense. You. That's the same either way. I should be using the heal every phase to make sure I'm at full HP. Hey, a vault. You enter a rift storm and immediately start taking fire. Where still an energy spike has been detected below decks, you have been boarded by a single blood golem. Now, how do I get there to deal with that? The fiend would be very irritating if it came to contest me. Blood golems aren't pushovers either. For this one, I'm just going to have you and you bonk it in 2 seconds flat. They have one big gun, the Hull Ripper, which is going to be a problem. Everything else is pretty pathetic. So I just shield charge of that. Okay, that's the borders dealt with. I want to combo this very carefully. I can use the assassination to get rid of the command throne. Let's pick off the fiend immediately. Dead. I am going to send our marshal over. I'm pretty sure the damage doesn't accidentally destroy the room. Shall I try this trick? Let's try it. Grab it on now. Slowing them all down and then teleport. I'm moving. Hang on. Okay. Where are... Stay in that room. So they're all slow. If I jump in now when they can't move, if they allocate the wrong... If they say if he tries to reach me, the vault will go before they get there. If they move the thrall in, fine. I kill it in 2 seconds flat and just get it anyway. I'm there. They do try to move the thrall in, but I've already popped it before they can even arrive. That worked beautifully. Recall, as we're not sticking around. After that's just a regular fight. That's just the storm cannon, don't worry, we'll wait for the Hull Ripper to shoot. Now I'll just sit here for a bit. Good damage to shields. Oh, it's fired. Do that now. Oh, well, it missed every shot anyway. It was basically pointless. We can fix these. And we do have enemy spawns popping in, of course. I should probably hit you next now or even immediately. Will they get their shields back up? Good shot. Still active, so it still has dodge chance. We're going to win that fight pretty easily. There's quite a few on board though, so stun. And, oh, hello. That all hit me at once. Purify. I mistimed the Hull Reaper barrage. It got through. You're safe for a moment at least. How are you taking so long to get through them? Not exactly good at this, so I should lend some aid. There's my next barrage coming in a second. Given how much damage that did, I'm willing to shoot this now. Good. Weapons down for the most part. I can purify again to make sure I don't take any damage from that. I've got these hull breaches as well. You can fix that for free. Step away. Please fix that before they arrive. It didn't quite get there. I can just heal him if he needs the help. The hunger is annoying given how much health it has. Okay, teleport into there to do damage to them. And if you start getting hurt, I'm just going to heal you anyway, so who cares? And then this one. Oh, look, 1 HP left. I could Hull Reaper this one. I've got built some munitions now. Try and get some hull back after the mag beam fires. There it goes. Should be 0 in a second. There we go. 4 rooms is the most we can hope for, so like so. 1, 2. Annoyingly, that spawn got off before I stopped them. The husk will die, so step away. Where are they? There's 2 in that room. Stun that one. Another one good. Stunned and then drain strength this one. You want to step over and bonk them, that'd be okay. Thank you. We have these again. Purify. Don't care about your silly poison. Now what I shall do, as I'll remember this time, is stack up everyone who's taken damage. And then you're going to move through to there. And as he moves through, I'll use Rejuvenate to catch everyone. He's going to move through too fast. Tell him to go back. Everyone gets Rejuvenate. There you go. We're basically max HP. We have the Assault Rifle for damage in large rooms and another Prism. When you used one, have that back. You need an extra one. Probably just trade that out then. Who wants the Assault Rifle? Damage in large rooms, hey? Oh, you live in a large room, so that makes sense. You can just slay things quickly and they attack you. Another Vault. I do love you, Void War. A derelict ship drifts into view. It suddenly lurches into action as putrid energy spread across its hull. You prepare for battle as the possessed ship orients its guns at you. Fleshlings. Fleshlings are not the most intimidating enemy, let's be honest. Although they've spawned in the only room where they can actually defeat the one in there. So Ghoul Magus get out. And you destroy them. And they're already teleporting back. Oh, it's just teleporting around. How do I secure this? Easily, there's nothing there to protect it. In fact, I should probably just use him. Because I don't want to waste one of the prisms. Use that. Use the teleport thingy. We're in. They can't get theirs. They're too slow. I've already got it. Module Distortion Sphere. First enemy ship weapon fired at you ship will always miss. Okay. I'm not using modules for anything else. We've gotten very few this run. You're going to suffocate there, so come back home. Would it be worth using the Marshal just to run around and hit things? Yes, because I can assassinate the Necro Lurch, splat, and then the Marshal can jump over and do a lot of damage very quickly. Ah, I didn't realise there was another one. Okay. Well, he's going to slowly walk over. I can pretty easily just drain strength him when it eventually finally arrives, which is about now-ish. That'll knock their shields down, and we'll throw a stun as well. So strength gained, 2 damage per second. Oh, I'm getting shot. And stun. So he should be able to defeat that on his own. How are my guns looking? My guns are good to go. They've got lots of health, so we may as well hit them now. Hit the heart immediately. You can just keep whacking at shields. Get the hearts down, and the shields will be down momentarily. Okay. 3 shots from this plus the siege bombard plus the energy beam are a threat, so we'll turn that off. I've got plenty of spare borders, or anti-borders, so walk down there. Walk down there. That's where you want to be. Well, that's not going to work. Oh, we've been poisoned again. No, we haven't. Get the hearts back up again. Hit it instantly. They're still good on HP for the moment. Only 3 left now. I can probably just depart. Destroy this for 1 more system so that turns off. And he can come back and fix this for me. There we go. We're cool. Fix this. Let the standard armaments finish this off. Oh, of course it spawns a bloat mine. Where can I lure this to a spot where maybe it's not being such a headache? Ideally, don't kill the Ghoul Magos. It's the only thing that can't stop you. Magos, run. You can't win. Let's have you engage it instead. You can just stay on him. No matter, he's just going to follow him around wherever he goes. Where are you going? To this room. Well, I'm happy for you to be lured onto here. There you go. Get bloat mines off of your systems as they damage nearby systems on death. If they perish in one of these rooms, though, they do nothing. Hungering reagents to spawn 4 hungers and 4 scraps, or tactical armor. That would be really useful on the Centurion. It gives him partial suffocation resistance, which is what he really lacks. It's the only thing he needs. The reagents for summoning a bunch of hungerers is good, but him being more potent is worth more. And that's dealt with. Purify. And everyone who's taken damage just pile up in the room. That'll be you. That'll be you. You're pretty much healed to full, but not quite, so let's just stack everyone up. May as well be healthy on every jump. I'll just use the other purify. Not quite what I intended to do. Ah, missed it. Okay. Armor. Yeah, that'll go to our friend Tiny, who's now fully equipped. There we go. 130 HP. Partial suffocation resistance. It means I can board him into enemy ships and not be so worried about, you know, dying instantly. Still need a bit of armor. And a bunch and a couple of weapons. That's it. So shall I upgrade my ship? Let's just jump into the next sector and see where the merchants are if I need to hold on to scrap. I need gun weapons. 3 guns at this point is hilariously bad. Approach the Stargate. Blood cults or techno cults, just the blood cults, we can slay them pretty easily. They have a bunch of annoying casters on board, but the techno cult ships are like assault cyborgs and servo monsters. These are easier. These come with blood knights, but we can make their heads explode. We drop back into real space, arriving at a sector controlled by the Cult of Blood, known for their vast knowledge of forbidden sorceries, along with an unusual predilection for torture. The followers of the Blood God are not to be trifled with. Check the loadout. Do this quickly. Now have a quick scan. They do get here fairly quickly. I want the Mercenary Broker. I have more than enough in terms of systems now, so we'll go that way. And, oh, that's a tricky choice. I think we got a lot of crew very quickly, so, and I'm not really going to be... We can't win the end boss by boarding. We don't have enough actual boarding options. 1, maybe 2, arguably 3. I stick them all in one room. The problem is they can't keep doing it. I've only got 1 consistent boarding option. That's not good enough, so I need more raw gun. So I think, honestly, heading to the weapons dealer is the way to go. So up the top path. Given that that's fairly quick, maybe I can hold on to my scrap for just a moment. We'll see after the first battle in the next part if I have to upgrade weapons instantly or if I can cling on. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. If you have any suggestions for the commanders or particular ships you'd like to see in Void War, there's a lot of options so I can go through them. Or if you just want to chat with me and others, that's great too. Thank you very much. I hope that was enjoyable. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.